Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. We've finally made it to the sweet treat. It's called Lemon Delicious and it's a fairly easy one to make. It will serve 6, and if you look behind me, this is what we're cooking them in. So we do each as an individual serving. If you want to make it into one big one, you probably have to cook it a little bit longer, but if you got the little ramekins or little 1 cup pots that you can use in the oven, I'd go with this. You also need a baking tray that will hold hot water because you need to put hot water up the side of it. Oven on 160, fan forced, which I'm doing with mine, or 180. But come on in, I'll talk you through the ingredients. Okay, so you need 150 grams of unsalted butter melted. I've had mine out most of the day. It's actually not really melted that much. So I'm going to chuck that in the microwave. 2 teaspoons of finely grated lemon rind. I didn't measure it out, but that's possibly 2 teaspoons there. 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice. After I zested it, I squeezed the lemon juice and just added a little bit of the squeezy lemon to make it up to the 1/3 of a cup. 1.5 cups of caster sugar. 3/4 of a cup of self-raising flour sifted. 1.5 cups of milk. I've got my low-fat, long-life milk, lactose free. 4 eggs, which I've separated. That will be, yolks are in there and whites are in there. I've had them out all day. They should be okay though. That's lemon juice. Oh my goodness. That's the whites there. I thought those whites don't look very good. They're in here. Yeah, they're fine. They still look white. Scared the crap out of me. It's hot, but I mean, is it that hot? Icing sugar to serve. So I haven't measured that out. That's just to dust on the top at the end. You will also need a bowl and a whisk and a jug, a metal spoon, and your mixer. Now, normally with the mixer, I've got it on a stand, but because all I'm mixing in it is the whites, it's going to be quicker to do it with that and into that. So let's get straight into it. So first up, preheat the oven as I told you. Grab 6 ramekins or 1 cup capacity oven-proof dishes, a big tray, set them in, and you want that 160 to 180. Into the bowl, we're going to put the melted butter. I'm just going to quickly melt that butter while I do other stuff. Okay, so that's not going to want long. Normally I use my butter jug, but today I've put it in that one because of leaving it out, and I wanted a lid on it as well. All right, once that's ready, I'll be back. I've just popped the kettle on to boil, and here's our butter. So into the bowl, here's what we need. Come in closer. All right, in goes the butter. In goes the lemon rind. I have a spoon. In goes the lemon rind. That is nowhere near as much as I need. Tough. If my lemon was bigger, it would have been fine. After that, we are adding our lemon juice. Is that one? It sure is. Lemon juice. Our sugar. Now before we get too far ahead, just start and give that a bit of a whisk. Now that we're starting to get liquids in here and bigger bits, I like to whisk it as I add each element. Flour. These little containers come in handy for when I'm doing this, because I can leave things out or put them in the fridge depending on what they need to be done. Grab our milk. Now with this great little jug, I can actually pour it. Just do a bit and then whip it in. And go again. Once again, that's another good jug that I've got, because I can store things in it, put it in the fridge, and I can pour with it. Cool. All right, give that a good mix. The last thing to go in here is going to be our egg yolks. So it should be looking a very pale yellow colour. And grab those yolks. This is why it's good to have, it's great when I've got my little bowls, but they're only good for when I'm cooking straight away. So it's a good idea to buy some little Tupperware containers or equivalent. You normally find them in Aldi and things like that. And they're good for when you're not using them. You can use them to keep snacks and things in. All right, once everything's mixed, and when I say that, you know that's probably egg or the lemon. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to take the whisk out because it tells us that we're going to be using the metal spoon. So next up, plug in your beater. I always got to move the microwave when I plug it in here. And into a jug, we want our whites. Beautiful. Now I just find it easier to do this in a jug. Alright. Turn it up high. So we want it as if we're making pavlova. We want the egg whites to have firm peaks. Well, they actually call it soft peaks. Who knew? That whipped up very quickly, actually. I'm impressed. I really am. It's so weird. There are some days where I can sit here and that takes me forever, and that literally just did it. And you witnessed it. There you go. You witnessed awesomeness. All right. Bash the shit out of the beaters. Not really. Don't be too mean to them. Oh, so happy with that. I used to sit there almost swearing at it because they wouldn't do it, and all I've done is leave the whites out all day to room temperature in the summer. Cool. All right, we're going to fold in 1/4 of this. So that looks about right. Fold it in. Use your metal spoon. You don't want your whisk anymore. You're going to be delicate little flowers with it, okay? This is how you get a nice fluffy pudding. All right, now make sure it does all stir in. Some of it looks like little marshmallows at the moment. All right, get the rest of it in very carefully. Just gotta fluff them off to the side. I don't know why they're not doing their thing. Who knows? Mysteries of life. All right, smash them gently. Smash them gently. Don't be too mean to them. We're pudding called Lemon Delicious. There's got to be something good about it, right? Okay, let's just put the rest of it in. Okay. So keep stirring it until all those whites are in. You'll have a delicate, fluffy little marshmallow looking trip going on here. Easiest way to do it is to literally smush it against the sides. They look like little clouds or little marshmallows. If you don't have all that incorporated, then you're probably going to end up with random bits in your puddings. And you don't want that. Okay, I think that'll do. I'm going to grab I've got a ladle, which I'm going to grab. I'm going to bring over the little tubs. And we're going to get ready to pour these in. Okay, so here we have it. We've got 6 here. Grab a ladle, and I say a ladle because it's easier. And then just one ladle at a time into each one. This is making me hungry, which is good. I don't really want to sit in here very well. Don't be silly. Don't be silly puddings. All right, now we've still got some left. So what I would do is grab another ladle and go half ladle. Whoops, I think I got a bit carried away on that one. Yum, yum, yum. Now I haven't got any ice cream to go with this because I love ice cream. And if I don't have ice cream here, then I can't eat it. That's a good attitude, actually. It's true, though. If I don't have ice cream, I can't eat it. It's absolutely accurate. All right. Now we're going to grab I've boiled the kettle already, so I did that while I was doing other stuff earlier. So now all you need to do is pour boiling water into baking dishes until halfway up the sides of the dishes. So make sure they're all sitting in nicely, because that one there looks like it's getting pushed aside. So you want to come up pretty high. This is the one part I hate about doing these sorts of puddings. All right. Well, I'm not going up any higher than that. Okay, into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. So I'll see you in about 25, I reckon. They are done. I gave them an extra 5 minutes because I did a little bit of a dig here and that was still liquidy. So I gave them another 5 minutes. So I dare not give them any longer. This one's starting to go from around the outside. So I know they're done. So what I recommend to do is get something to put them into. They are going to be very hot. And keep in mind, there is still liquid in there, so that water is going to be super hot as well. So lift them out very carefully into something that they can cool in, like so. Okay, here we go. Looks good. They're a little bit slanty if I do it that way, but that's what I've got to do. I'm just going to carry the boiling hot water out of the way carefully and tip it down the drain so I don't burn myself. Okay. Now set that aside to cool. And all we need to do now, these will cool a lot quicker because they're in something colder, even though I've had this on the stovetop, so it's not super cold. Grab your icing sugar, get a sieve, half a sieve will do that I've got in my hand now, and grab another spoon. Not really that organised. Okay. Now all you want to do is grab a spoonful of mixture, icing sugar mixture, pop it into your sieve and just go over the top of all of them like that. Just a light dusting. Don't need to be too insane with it. Okay, thank you for watching this episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. This has been Lemon Delicious, and I'm probably going to guarantee that they will be as good as their name says they are. I'll catch you on the next adventure. Don't forget, hit subscribe, because you really don't know when you're going to see another episode. Bye!